I don't care if you're off scratch or off 28, you should be doing what we're going to get into in this video. There is a wide variety of golf videos on my channel, but if there's one thing that I'm known for, it's my golf psychology videos. My golf psychology series has helped hundreds, if not thousands, of amateur golfers, and that series is there to watch on my channel anytime you want. But also now there's the opportunity to get extra golf psychology advice by becoming a member, and the cost is less than a cup of coffee per month. Click in the link in the corner to find out more. So as mentioned there, I do give out golf psychology advice on my channel, but one thing I don't do is give out swing advice and swing tips, because I honestly believe that YouTube is not the place to get swing advice. How can it be? Every one of your swings out there is like a fingerprint. It's totally individual to you, and what may work for one person will be catastrophic for another person. So if you want to get swing advice, I honestly think you should go and have a course of lessons with your local PGA professional. So that said, what on earth is the piece of advice that I'm going to give you today that I think that every golfer from scratch up to 28 handicapper should be doing? It's simple. You have to have good rhythm and tempo in your golf swing, and regardless of what your golf swing is, that is something that we can all do. Now, this kind of dips a little bit into golf psychology as well, because there are certain things that we can do to help with that. Okay, so I've got about 130 yard shot here. I've got my gap wedge, so you know, this is obviously maybe a little bit easier to do with a short iron, but you should be doing it with every single club. Now, there are things we can do to help this, okay? So, one of the things that quickens up tempo and rhythm is anxiety. So we need to stay calm, that's for sure. But also, by doing these techniques, you can try and make sure that you will swing with good tempo. And those things that I do is I stand behind the ball and I'm picking out a sort of mark in front to line up to. And then, I take a number of very deep breaths, and I'm just trying to get my heart rate down. As I step into the ball, I do it really slowly, do everything slowly, everything very deliberately, okay? And what this does is it slows everything down in your tempo of what you're doing, and then that will give you a better chance of actually swinging with good rhythm. Now, one thing that I remember, I was at a clinic back in the 90s when Tom Watson was doing the clinic. Though, for you young people out there, Tom Watson is one of the best golfers to ever play the game, and back in the 90s he was still amazing. And he said that he always used to hit every shot by saying the word Edelweiss in his head, and the strike would be on the vice, and that made him try and have the same tempo on every shot. So that is something you can try. But yeah, deep breaths behind the ball. Step in really slowly, do everything really slowly, then commit to your process, and then try and make it that you are making it the longest amount of time to hit the golf ball, and then just smooth as silk. That's a really nice golf shot, I'm not kidding. A lot of bad golf shots, regardless of what your handicap are, is from being quick, especially being quick and snatchy from the top. That will lead to a lot of bad golf shots. I'm not saying that if you swing with rhythm and tempo all the time, that you're going to miraculously hit great golf shots all the time, but you are going to increase your chances of hitting more good golf shots. So, there are many things that we can't relate to with pro golfers. We can't relate to how they swing the club. We can't relate to how far they hit the ball. We can't relate to the control that they have over their golf ball. But one thing that we can try and emulate is their rhythm and tempo. If you watch the pro golf at the weekend, you will not see one of those golfers with a quick, snatchy golf swing. In fact, you will see that most of them seem to spend an eternity at the top of their backswing before they transition into their downswing. Hideki Matsuyama is the obvious real example of that at the far end, but every single one of those golfers appears to just have a nice little pause at the top where you're setting yourself ready for your downswing, and that is something, no matter what handicap we are, we can all try and learn from.